You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. How we doing? You know what? It's NBA time. It's time to tip it off. It's time to get the games going now. We're running out. Want to go over Angel Reese Eastern Conference preview. Man, it's stacked up in the Eastern Conference. They're going to get it in. You got the returning champions, New York Liberty. Sonny Bono, no doubt about it. I mean, they're going to go back to back. And when you look at the Liberty, you want to talk about a model of excellence, a model of a compassion, a team that believes in itself on the offensive end and the defensive end. They're the defending champs until they get dethroned. That's going to be a detailing answer. What do you got? You got no Laney Hamilton, but they got a duplicate twin coming right behind it. And I'll tell you, if I look at the Liberty, Money Mike's going to tell you the Liberty going to be right there. We'll put them on the shelf, right? We'll start down at the bottom, Washington Mystics. Okay, very sad event. Point guard for the Mystics was injured. No doubt about that. And now it's time for Lucy Olsen to step up. A lot of people question Lucy Olsen's game. I think the Mystics got something nobody's ever seen, the WNBA, and that's a rookie class with the one-year veteran, Aaliyah Edwards. And you talk about what the Mystics' capabilities are, what can they do? You know, Georgia Moore tore the ACL. She's going to be down. Lucy Olsen's coming in. Lucy Olsen is a very good player. You know, one of the things that a lot of people were questioning, you know, when you get Johnson & Johnson, right, the return of Johnson & Johnson, which is the Washington Mystics and Johnson & Johnson, Black Entertainment Television. Basically, Sydney Johnson can coach basketball, is very good at it. They were asking about Lucy Olsen. What did Johnson say? Well, we're looking for that mid-range like Courtney Williams. I mean, when a coach gives you a perfect example of what I want for you, and he's already high on her. Now, sometimes it happens this way. A player gets injured, the next player steps up. I am here to officially tell you Lucy Olsen will have a very, very storied career in the WNBA. By far, a very talented player. Also told you, why didn't the Indiana Fever take this one? They're going to realize why. This player is very versatile, ready to go. And what I like about Olsen is her game transitions to the WNBA. Now, again, she did 1 year up at Iowa, so she brought a lot of the package with her. But her game transfers straight to the WNBA with these 1, 2, 3 position defensive end. We'll see how she brings it together there. You got Aaliyah Edwards, no doubt about it. You got Kiki. Okay, these are superstars. These are not regular average players. They're going to be coming in. You got Sonia Citron's going to be in there. She's going to battle it out. And that's a good ball player. I like what they have. Stephanie Dodson, Brittany Skikes. I mean, they've got a lot of power and they got a lot of offensive weapons. They're going to be able to do some damage. Now, you talk about the Atlanta Dream. Now, the Atlanta Dream in the Eastern Conference, I'll tell you, Renee Montgomery, again, this is another one. They transcend, they get Brittany Griner. Griner gets back in shape, loses weight, ready to play basketball. So these guys are going to be a little tough. I really like Rhyne Howard, 100%. I think Rhyne Howard might be the best player in the WNBA, and I'll tell you, when you get a player like Griner who's going to command that much action in the paint, it's going to open up a lot for Howard. But they also, you got to look at it. You got Alicia Gray, you got Haley Jones, Brianna Jones. You got some players there that you're going to be able to do some things with. I wouldn't sleep on the Atlanta Dream. This Eastern Conference is probably going to end up about a 50-50. You're going to have a lot of teams sitting around 500 because they're going to be beating each other up so much. Now, you look at the third place team, the Indiana Fever. This is a completely retooled team, okay? This team here is really starting from fresh. They're going to have to take some time to understand what it is they want to accomplish, what it is the new coach, because you got to understand when you look at the Eastern Conference, you have the Liberty and then you have 4 or 5 other new coaches, right? So you got to put that in perspective and say, well, wait a minute, the Sky got a new coach, the Mystics have a new coach, the Dream have a new coach, the Fever have a new coach, and the Sun have a new coach. What does that mean? That means automatically you're going to face 5 new defenses that you've never seen before. You're going to be dealing with 5 new offense, so it's going to be kind of putting things together. Whoever can get it ready first, right? So you had the Mystics and you got the Dream, and then the Sky kind of fell in bottom. I think the Sky are going to just really shock a lot of people. Why? Because you're talking about NBA, an NBA system, and when you play in the NBA, the system is not designed for you to develop and get ready during the season. The system is designed for you to get ready when the season starts. What does that mean? That means these players have got to be in a defensive capacity. They can play base right out of there. They can run a base offense. They can get their exchanges. The key to Chicago's success is going to be man-to-man, right? They're going to really emphasize that, and they're going to be really taken away. Now, you got Courtney Paris is coming there and is going to revolutionize, no doubt. I mean, Cordosa. Why? Because now you're going to have Camilla going to play this game from the hip. And once you be able to understand how you can control with the hip, you could see Angel Reese controlling body, controlling bigs through the hip. Those are the intangibles of the pro game. And once you lay out the pro game now, it's just going to be define the roles. Everybody has a role. What does Chicago want to do? They want to run it through Camilla Cordosa. What does that mean? You got to be a great passer. Why? Because you got spot-up shooters and the ball is moving. You want good continuity? We're not going to play throw it up and let's play catch. No, we're going to do some design sets. We're going to put you in the best way. And Sam Cassell's going to run those guards. And I told you got D. Wade and you got Tyler Marsh. Man, you got a whole host, and then you got Shaquille O'Neal just lurking in the background. I think the Sky are going to surprise a lot of people more than what they believe. I don't believe the Sky will finish up at the bottom, right? Indiana, you know about that. Stephanie White's coming in. She's yelling, got to get defense, got to get better, got to get better. Here's the only thing that really, they got a lot of great athletes. Can they bring them all together in time to win? That's yet to be determined. Sun are supposed to be a lock, supposed to be a pushover, but they got a lot of foreign players. And a lot of the foreign players haven't arrived, right? So you've got this big hodgepodge of team. Everyone has told you how great they are, and now it's time to play ball. And I'll tell you, the most improved player in the WNBA will be Angel Reese. Angel Reese is going to be a wing, just like I said. I saw it from day one. She's got great ball handling skills. She's got great range, 15 to 22 feet. Now it's just about building up the confidence. She can take you off the dribble, is going to command double teams. You know, you look at the coaching, that's when you start having to really get in there, and you got to look at it because nobody gets off the hook except Connecticut. He's coming all the way over from Belgium. But you got to look at it. Tyler Marsh is sitting there. That's a good coach. You got Sidney Johnson. You got the Washington Mystics. Folks, that's Johnson & Johnson, and most efficient owner. I think Washington Mystics are about ready for an 8,000 to 10,000 seat arena that they're going to be able to sell out consistently. And I think they do a good job. I think there'll be a surprise in there. The Dream, I'm telling you, give Rhyne Howard, you give her Brittany Griner, that's going to change the game, folks. That's going to give off a lot of touch passing, a lot of things Griner can do. It's going to change it up. And then the Liberty is just going to see how healthy the Liberty are, right? Because the Liberty have got to be healthy to win. If they stay healthy, they can win. I got it picked the way I got it picked. Other people have it picked the way they have it picked. But the Eastern Conference will be the toughest conference. There will be superstars. There have been chosen ones. And, you know, when it comes to MVP, the surprising thing, the only thing I heard out of the conference, really, that wasn't Indiana team. I heard Natasha Howard just let it out the bag. Really, I want to be the MVP. And that may be something different to what the big three, because I believe Natasha Howard believes she's the big one. And that's going to dictate how it goes and how that works itself out. That's going to be a tough one to make a statement like that just a few days before you start. But, the Eastern Conference is swinging. The coaches, 5 new coaches, 5 new defenses, 5 new offenses. That's going to take some time to get adjusted to. Now, being at the pros, this isn't high school, this isn't college. One thing I noticed that you'll see a difference. The players should be ready game 1. It shouldn't take 4 or 5 games because everybody gets a workout plan, everybody gets a scheme, everybody knows what we're doing. Now, as you're being a pro, that's your job to come in and execute it. And we throw the word around a lot, right? And I want to end with this. We'll throw that word around, generational player. Well, folks, let me tell you something. Everybody in the NBA is a generational player, and everybody that plays in the WNBA is a generational player. Okay, and what I mean by that, folks, there's billions of people in this world. There's only 430 people that are actually in the NBA. And when you look at the WNBA, what do you got, about 160 out of all the billions of people that live on this earth? So it's kind of hard to find somebody who's in the league that's not a generational player. Now we just got to figure out, are you the best in the world? And like I said, the talent's coming this year. You got a whole host of rookies. I think the rookies will overdraft the league this year with their performance, and I don't think they'll be like regular rookies that the W has seen. The Eastern Conference full of rookies, but guess what? The rookies know how to play basketball. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We're coming to you by Too Hot Media Group, bringing it to you, Too Hot Radio, across the globe under the umbrella of Rock Nation. We give it to you one way and the only way, and that's the truth. We don't sugarcoat, and we'll tell you it's our opinion. But when it turns to truth, we've given you the facts before it happened. Some of the facts I've shared, half the players won't be in this league when we get done. They're not going to be here. I told you half the coaches won't be here. And I told you the shooters are coming and the rookies will overcast them. In the freshman class that played in the NCAA, they could have played in the WNBA. What does that mean? The talent level is going up. From the WNBA playing an inside game, the Eastern Conference has elected to play an outside game in. What does that mean? We'll start at the high post, we'll filter out, and the best thing you can do is have continuity and reverse that basketball to a shooter. It's hot potato time in Chicago, and Angel Reese, most improved player, defensive player of the year, and unrivaled, and is getting it done just like that, supermodel. It's going to be the one that brings the attraction to the WNBA and a lot of eyes. 41 national TV games the Fever got, but that's not for the Fever. That's to showcase the rookies. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. What we saw last year, it may be duplicated, but it may not. And if it's not, we'll have a new MVP that will be shining and reigning in the WNBA. My, keep your eye on the Chicago sky in the Eastern Conference. All things are possible. We'll see you soon.